The Battle of Mount Cosna. Erwin Rommel and maneuver warfare on the Romanian front. While the majority of the fighting of the First World War took place on the western and eastern fronts, minor nations such as Romania were successful in opening up new fronts to draw German attention. The Romanian front was fundamentally different from the Western Front in the manner that war was waged. Unlike the Western model of lining armies up in trenches and taking shots at each other, the Romanian conflict required a more specialized form of warfare. Due to the difficult terrain found in the Transylvanian Alps, traditional trench warfare was impossible, not that it stopped the Romanians from trying. The land was riddled with jagged rocks, steep slopes, and densely wooded areas, making movement of artillery and supplies difficult. Luckily for the Germans, they had a special division for this type of warfare. The German Alpine Corps, led in part by Erwin Rommel, were a group of specialized mountain units that were highly trained in mountain combat and well accustomed to harsh mountain conditions. Their commanders were proficient in maneuver warfare. They traveled light and focused their efforts on mobility and using the terrain to flank and outsmart the enemy. August 11th, 1917, the Battle of Mount Cosna. This battle between the German Alpine Corps, led by Erwin Rommel, and the Romanian army exemplifies the German use of tactical maneuvers in the mountainous terrain on the Romanian front. The Romanian army had two lines of trenches on the hill below Mount Cosna, and a third on the summit. Rommel chose to place the bulk of his units on the north flank of the Romanian lines, concealed in dense foliage. At the base of the hill, and directly opposite the Romanian lines, he positioned a machine gun unit and a standard infantry unit. He also directed one of his subordinate officers, Captain Glersler, to take a detachment of troops to the south of the Romanian lines and to conceal themselves in the woods. Rommel's next action was to have his machine guns and riflemen engage the Romanian lines from the front, while he pounded them with his mortars from above. While the Romanians' attention was directed forward, he led the main body of his fighting force up the hill and attacked the Romanians' right flank. His troops managed to break through the Romanian defensive zone, but were pinned down by Romanian machine gun fire. One of Rommel's commanders took the opportunity to attack the Romanians to Rommel's right, and both parties were able to break through the remainder of the Romanian resistance and take the hill. Rommel and his troops then began the assault on the mountain itself. At the same time, Captain Glersler had seized an opportunity he saw and led his troops up the side of Mount Cosna, despite the treacherous terrain, which they used to their advantage and successfully slipped past Romanian outposts. Some of Glersler's troops, notably the machine gunners, were carrying more than 100 pounds of gear. Their ability to quickly traverse the difficult terrain was a testament to the conditioning and training of Rommel's Alpine Corps. By the time Rommel and his troops had reached the summit, Captain Glersler's troops, who had been waiting in attack position among the trees, had begun an assault on the Romanians' left flank. Finding themselves caught between the two German forces, the Romanian defenders abandoned Mount Cosna and it fell to the Germans.